Week 13, and playoffs are here. You know who you are if you're in, and you probably know who you are if you're out. We'll do a quick review of last week, and then we'll go into where you're at, where you need to be, and where you aren't. I took down Kenny, so that looks, and then everybody else lost over there, so I guess it's about the same for everybody on my side, but I took that for what I'm guaranteed playoffs. Chris beat Tim. Chris is guaranteed playoffs, but we'll get something interesting here with Tim in a minute. Pat in a must-win beat Joe. Beat the hell out of him, actually. So those two are kind of battling out in a position. Jason beat Barry. Barry needed that win, but Jason beat the dog hell out of him, so it looks like he's almost guaranteed the playoffs. Bryce, in a must-win, took down Nick. What a game. That was probably the game of the week. I don't know if I brought that up, but they both needed a win, and obviously only one can get it. And Jake against Todd. Todd with the win there. Jake's season's over, but same with Nick. Let's get into where you guys are at and who's guaranteed, who's out. Me and Chris, top of the division. My division, anyway. And we're guaranteed in with Kenny, Barry, and, yes, Tim. Now, Tim can make it if Kenny and Barry lose and Tim outscores Kenny in that win. But I know crazier things have happened. I do think Kenny's going to take hold of that spot there. Again, if Barry gets a victory and Kenny loses, Barry's in automatically, even if Tim wins. But I think Kenny wins. I'd love to see an upset either with Barry or Tim jumping into that position, but I'm going to pick the top three in my division to go. And we look at the other one with Todd, Jason. They're not guaranteed, but their points are quite high. If Joe does get a big win and Todd or Jason lose and Joe's got a big one, he could knock one of them out. But as for the most part, it's going to be those top two and either Bryce, Joe, or Pat. But, like I said, crazy things can happen. I'm going to go with Todd, Jason, and give me Bryce in the top three in that. But Joe and Pat do have a chance to go into it. We check the scoreboard, and here is your last game, your final game, your second rivalry game. Hopefully you can do it in a matchup that doesn't mean much. Hate to say it that way. Jason and me. Jason could definitely use a win just to solidify it, but hopefully, just for shits and giggles, I beat him. I beat him by I think it was 0.5 last time we played, or 0.05. This is something stupid. So, go me. I picked me for the win. Todd and Tim. Must win for Tim. Jeez, did you play each other last week? No, it was Todd and Jake. I'm sorry. Todd and Tim. I want Tim to win. I think Todd will, but I'd love to see Tim win. I'd love to see Tim get in the playoffs after the hell start he had with Andrew Luck as the first pick. Rags to riches story. Go Tim, but I think Todd does get the victory. Pat against Kenny. I think Pat gets the win. I think he knocks Kenny down, but I did pick Kenny to kind of stay in the factor, so maybe Kenny does. I think that's a big game right there. They're both fighting for a playoff spot. Hopefully they're talking shit at work constantly. Joe and Jake, a rivalry that's lasted the ages. Now, Jake, you are out, but knocking Joe out, wouldn't that be so sweet? So, go Jake. I do think Joe wins, but go Jake. Chris and Nick. Now, Nick, your win here probably doesn't mean much. Like I said, some crazy things could happen, and no, they can't. No, not for you. Sorry, buddy. So, I don't even care who wins that one. Bryce and Barry, another good game. I think I'm going to circle that one as the game of the week. And Bryce, you're going to love this, buddy. I pick you to win. I really think that your team has come on strong late. You started out pretty cold. I think you went 1-4 or 0-4, maybe 1-3 or something like that. I don't know. But I think Bryce wins this one, knocks Barry down. And I think I picked Pat to win, so I think knocks down. I'm picking Tim to win, so I think Tim grabs it, and I think Bryce solidifies a spot on there. His team's real strong late, and he's been showing some power. So, oh, I forgot to bring up a little thing to me. I think I fucked up. I had first on the waivers. I didn't take C.J. Anderson, but I still have first on waivers. I was saving it for something interesting with Gronk going down. Hopefully something good happens. But, again, a week where it doesn't mean much for me, Chris. The rest of you are fighting for spots. I guess I'm kind of fighting for a bye week. So if I could beat Jason, Chris loses. So go Nick. Maybe I could win that bye week. But, you know I don't like bye weeks. You know I like fighting Chris. So give me a victory. Give Chris a victory. I'll knock whoever down, and then I'll knock Chris out of playoffs like I always do. Other than that, good luck this week. Go Lions. They're not playoff bound, but hey, good luck. And that's about it. Have a good week.